What's up, dudes? We are back at it. What is this, week 4, week 5, week 6? I don't know. I can't keep track. But what I do know is when this state test comes, you're going to kick its butt. And the test is going to be like, why are these kids doing so well? You're going to be like, well, I worked at it. I'm serious. You are going to know this stuff inside and out. And you're going to, I really feel like you're going to see so many of these problems and be like, oh, I got this. I did this one. Okay. So let's do it. First one. There were 7/8 of a whole pizza in Anthony's refrigerator. All right, Anthony. He eats 3/8 of the whole pizza for lunch. What fraction of the whole pizza is left after Anthony eats pizza for lunch? So here, there's something very important here. We've been doing multiplications of fraction, like 1/4 of 1/2, that kind of thing. But the key is the of has been like of the thing left over. But in this case, he has 7/8 of a whole pizza left over, and he eats 3/8 of the whole. So he's not eating 3/8 of 7/8. He's eating 3 of the whole pieces, right? It's just regular subtraction. So in this case, it's just 7/8 minus 3/8. It's as simple as that. It's not 3/8 times 7/8. He's not taking 3/8 of the 7/8. He's just taking 3 slices. And I know that sounds confusing, but trust me, it's just 4/8. Okay? Or 1/2. On this next one, which number represents 99 thousandths? So this was the biggest area on your quizzes last week where you struggled. That on the place value chart, we're just going to do a little review here, all right? We're going to kick back, place value chart, and get our review on. So here we have hundreds, tens, ones, 1/10th, 1 100th, and 1 1,000th. So for a moment, I'm going to ignore the problem, if you don't mind. And I'm going to say numbers and write them. So the rules when you write decimals are that you write the number, just the number as you hear it, but you end in that place. Okay? Those are the 2 rules. Rule 1, rule 2. Let me show you what I mean. If I say the number 6/100ths, first off, you just write the number 6. And you end in hundredths. So 6/100ths is like that. And then obviously you need a 0 there. Let's do another one. If I said the number 23/100ths, well, you write the number 23 and you end in hundredths. But now let's get a little tricky with it, a little tricky Ricky. Ready? If I say the number 17 thousandths, well, I write the number 17, but I end in thousandths. I go 17 thousandths, ending in thousandths. And then, since there's a place there, I need a 0. All right, should we keep going? Of course we should keep going. If I said the number 904 thousandths, I write the number 904 and I end in thousandths. 904 thousandths. Now for this one, in the problem, 99 thousandths. I write the number 99, but I have to end in thousand. So I just write 99. I'm ending in thousandths, and I put a 0. So it's 0.099, okay? A lot of you on the quiz, I can't remember the exact number, but it was like 89 thousandths. You wrote it as 809 thousandths or 890 thousandths, but it was 0.089, okay? So I felt like this was a good problem to work on. Moving on. Get my face out of there. All right. A shipping box in the shape of a right rectangular prism has a base with an area of 16 square feet and a height of 6 feet. What is the volume in cubic feet of the box? These are actually really easy problems, but I need to tell you a little bit about area and volume. So remember how volume is length times width times height, right? You remember that? So height is the third dimension. So you take like a flat square rectangle and you build it up. That's the height. That's what makes it a prism. But when we have something flat, it's just like this. It's just length times width. And we get area, right? So a square would just be, let's say this is 3 and 5. You do length times width, and the area would be 15. Okay? Now, that's just the flatness. If we were to add a third dimension to it, and I were to tell you this was, 4, you would take that 15 and you would times it by 4 because it's 4 layers of it. It'd be 4 times 15. Or 3 times 5 times 4. Either way, it would be the same answer. Okay? So, when you have something that has an area already, that means that they already used the length and the width and they times them to get an area. They already did it. They did length times width, got an area. And so all you do is you take that area and you multiply it by the height. Okay, so let's look at this problem. We know in volume we want length, we want width, and we want height. But here it says it has an area of 16 square feet. So they used the length and the width to get 16. That's the box, the flat part is 16, the area. But then it's 16 and it goes high. And it's got a height of 6 feet. So we're just going to do 16 times 6. It's easy peasy, right? 36, 3, 6, 9. 96 feet. And then we do this because it's 3 dimensions. All right. What number has the same value as 32 times 10 to the 4th? Now, we have this poster up in the room. Remember, 10 to the 4th just refers to the amount of tens, right? So 10 to the 4th equals 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which also equals 4 zeros, right? 10,000. So 10 to the 3rd would be 10 times 10 times 10, which would be 1,000. 10 to the 2nd would be 10 times 10, which would be 100. 10 to the 1st would be 10. Okay? So now that you remember what 10 to the 4th is, let's draw a little place value chart again. All right, just draw this sucker up. And I think I'm going to have to go a little longer. Let's go 100,000 here. Let's go 10,000s, 1,000, 100, 10. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I put a decimal there. That was weird. 1, 1/10, 100, and 1,000. Okay? Change my color. This is where the decimal goes. So it says, what number is the same value as 32 times 10 to the 4th? So you put in 32. And we're multiplying. So if we multiply, we're getting bigger. Remember? So we go that way. Times 10 to the 4th. Well, 4 zeros, 4 places. So we take this sucker and we move it 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I drop her off there. Okay. And so 32, and then I fill in zeros the rest of the way. So 32 times 10 to the 4th equals 324,000. And I can see on here that that is letter D. All right, there we go. We're done with Monday. I'll see you on Tuesday.